For the record, this matter is before the court on a number of matters. Anyway, this hearing is being conducted via Zoom. All parties are present. Attorney Leah Work is present, representing the plaintiff, Jessica Fent. Attorney Derek Jocks is present, representing the defendant, Daniel Fent. Both Jessica and Daniel are present. The matter was adjourned to today's date. Mr. Daniel Fent was ordered to personally appear as to why he should not be held in contempt of court for failure to provide financial documentation as ordered back, as well as failure to appear on November 22nd, 2023. Mr. Fent has personally appeared across the hall, appearing via Zoom. The matter was also scheduled for continuing mediation today with Joshua Walker. The court notes this is a very short-term marriage, 3 years, and this is the longest case that's taken to move of a 3-year marriage case toward resolution in this matter. So obviously somebody's being an obstructionist. Mr. Fent, have you provided the financial documentation you're previously ordered to provide?
I do have the documentation with me today, Your Honor, and I did get it notarized. I've had a very hard time getting in touch with my attorney. I've tried to go to the attorney's office that on the day after our hearing. He told you that he was going to be in the office so we could get that notarized. I went to his office on Thursday and Friday, and both days his office was closed and there was no one in the office.
Okay.
And I don't really know how to do notary, sir. I'm just a simple person. I don't understand how this all works. And so I was going based on what my attorney was telling me to do after he talked with you, to go to his office and get it notarized. All I could do is what you guys had decided. And when I went to his office, I called multiple times, left messages, and I was told today by his wife, I'm not sure what she is in the capacity to him, that they've tried to reach out to me multiple times. That's not true. The last phone call that I received from my attorney was over a month ago. Today, I had to call their office in order to get in touch with him after I gave them permission to talk with my father. Okay, so she called my dad this morning instead of contacting me over the phone. So I literally had to call my attorney in order to get in touch with him. So I'm not trying to be obstructive in any way, shape, or form. I can't get in touch with my attorney, sir, Your Honor.
All right, so you have all the financial, you've completed the uniform, all the financial documentation, you have all that with you?
I do.
Okay, Ms. Worka, I'd like you to, I don't know if you want to come over to the courthouse today, get a copy of that. Before we release Mr. Fent, I'd like to make sure that you've got everything you need so we can proceed with this case.
Oh,
what is your schedule like? I know Mr. Walker had the afternoon set aside for this mediation.
I understand that, Your Honor. Was not anticipating being physically present in court today.
Are you able to come over this afternoon?
I can do that. Is there somewhere in the courthouse I can make copies of that?
We'll let you use our copy machine. Yes, come up to the 4th floor, Mr. Fence, across the hall. You know, documentation, make copies, and I don't want to conclude the matter until we know you got everything that is required.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, then maybe we can continue this matter after that. You can have and the other matter that's before the court, Mr. Fence, is Mr. Jocks is moving to withdraw as your attorney of record. I hate to change horses midstream. Do you want to talk with Mr. Jocks, or do you want him to go? Do you want him to withdraw as your attorney of record?
No. In fact, I tried to make it very clear as to like I mentioned earlier, trying to get in touch with them to make payment for my retainer, and I'm having a hard time getting in touch with them to even make a payment. So this morning, when I'm his wife, she's saying, "Well, we're having a problem."
Your Honor, I have absolutely no desire to remain on this case as representative of Mr. Fent at this time. We've had absolutely no ability to contact him in any capacity through email or phone calls. Our office is open during regular business hours.
By phone today, sir. Today is the hearing.
I'm going to put Mr. Jocks and Mr. Fent in a breakout room. We can talk, and Ms. Fent will put you in a breakout room, and Ms. Worker can come over and look at these documentation. We'll recall this case shortly. So maybe you can work through things with Mr. Fent. He's claiming you're not able to be contacted. Mr. Jocks, but I don't have time for the two of you to argue with each other. So I'm going to put you in a break room, talk briefly, and once you've done that, you can come back out and we'll address the matter. And Ms. Worka, we can see you hopefully shortly.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So the continued hearing is being conducted via Zoom. Attorney Leah Worka has appeared personally and has reviewed the verified financial information submitted by Daniel Fentz this afternoon is out in the hallway, appearing via Zoom. In addition, Attorney Derek Jocks has had further discussions with his client, Daniel Fentz. We'll address that first. Mr. Fent and Mr. Jackson, the two of you come to any agreement that Mr. Jackson continue to assist and represent your interests, Mr. Fent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, is that correct?
Apologize for that, Your Honor. Yes, in discussions with Mr. Fent, I've decided that I would remain on the case throughout the pendency of the issues that remain unresolved, and hopefully that will be resolved through mediation.
Thank you. Pretty appreciate that. And obviously, Mr. Jackson, you don't want to change horses midstream, so to speak. Mr. Jackson is an experienced family law practitioner, and maybe it's a breakdown in communication, but I'm pleased that two of you have come to an agreement on that, so we don't need to have any withdrawals. Ms. Worka, you had a chance to review the verified financial information submitted by Mr. Fent, and there's some information that's missing. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I did review what he submitted. It is essentially this, very similar to the unsigned version that was emailed to my office. Mr. Fent, the form requires submission of for most recent paycheck stubs. I did receive some pay stubs from Mr. Fent, the most recent of which was pay period ending October 15th. Now that we're in December, I think that updated pay stubs is relevant and necessary. But additionally,
hold on, Mr. Fent, hold on. Just let that Ms. Worka finish.
Also, the section regarding any debts is left completely blank. And the form directs that the last three statements be provided for any accounts. Under miscellaneous, Mr. Fent refers to a Star Point Resort Vacation Club loan. And there's no information provided for that. After speaking with my client, she believes that there are other debts that Mr. Fent has that have not been disclosed or listed. I do know that he has the vacation club because he did use it to book a weekend in Cleveland with his new significant other for the weekend of October 28th and 29th. Okay. But I don't have any identifying information for that.
Okay. Well, perhaps if he doesn't disclose other debts, then we can put in the judgment he's responsible for debts in his own name and holds the plaintiff free and harmless from any liability therefore. Would not Ms. Fent know if she was drained out of debt?
I could certainly do that for some of them, Your Honor. My concern is specifically that vacation club loan because he's listed that my client is apparently also on it. Okay.
Can't your client then go online and if she's on it and make those inquiries?
I can have that conversation with her, but in reviewing the form with the disclosures that are required by the court rule, that information was not included.
Okay. So, Mr. Fent, what we need 4 recent pay stubs.
I have them with me right here, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I thought I had
okay. What else do you have? I want you to provide to Ms. Worka everything you've got today.
I have the 4 most recent pay stubs that I have. Those are all different. Concerning the debt, I'm not sure why that's even an issue because number one, me and Jessica are not on any debt with each other whatsoever. And any debt that I do have has been listed on that form, ma'am. I don't know what else you want me to tell you, but that is what it says. I have my house.
So you agree that you're responsible for any debt, any marital debt. Is that what you're suggesting?
Clear to this lady here. I don't know what else you want me to say to you, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm not asking anything from Jessica.
All right. So maybe perhaps I'd address it. If in fact he's willing to address any and all debt, whether it's joint or in his own name, he'll assume it 100% and hold her harmless. And that's one resolution. Okay, got the 4 pay stubs. What about the debt? Any details on existing debts?
No, I have the only debt that I have currently right now is my home. My car is paid off, and I have no credit cards or loans that have to be paid. The only loan that I do have is paid off. So I don't know what you're get to. I really don't understand. I think if she had some financial, can I please finish? If she has some issues that she'd like to raise, then she should raise that right now, because otherwise, I mean, what, she's just shooting in the dark saying I'm lying about something that she doesn't even know about? Explain that to me.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
Honor, Mr. Funt has just represented that his vehicle is paid off. However, on his signed and notarized financial disclosures, it states that it has an amount owed of $2,661.30.
Ma'am,
What about the car loan?
ma'am, the notary that I talked to today quite literally said that it just has to be on the date that I signed that paper, or the date that I put on that paperwork. That was the information that I put on that paperwork, ma'am. That's what the notary is. Just that I agree that what's on the paperwork is what it says, not that I said anything today. Do you understand what notary is?
So, Mr. Fent, have you since paid off that car loan?
I have.
Oh, okay. Was that a joint loan, or was that just your name? Was that a joint loan?
That's my, there are no debts between me and Jessica. Literally none.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not really understanding why we've wasted so much time on this. Jessica and me are not bound in any way financially, other than our child.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't want to waste more time anymore.
Your Honor, my issue is that this document is required to be provided by Michigan court rule. It states, I declare that the statements above are true to the best of my information, knowledge, and belief. And that is what Mr. Fent is signing this document for. He signed it with a date of November 28th. It was notarized by someone at some point today, December 4th of 2023. So if he's saying that as of on this document that he's signing.
Right. What he's indicating is that since he signed November 28th, he's since paid off that loan. You know, it's not a joint loan. So we can even address that under oath if necessary. But let's see if there were the recent pay stubs from Mr. Fent. I know it's late in the day, it's 3 o'clock. I don't know if Mr. Walker's still available. Does the council, do we need a schedule? I know this has been unnecessarily delayed. Mr. Fent did not appear at the last pre-trial conference. I'm not sure if there's a miscommunication between he and Mr. Shocks. I don't know. Can we talk with Mr. Walker for an hour this afternoon?
I am available, Your Honor.
I am as well.
Mr. Jocks, are you available?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Worka, are you available for an hour just to see? Again, sounds like if Mr. Fent is agreeable to testify under oath, there are no joint debts. And that even if there are, he will assume full responsibility for them. That should address that. Yeah, we'll get a copy of those pay stubs for you this afternoon. The recent pay stubs that he has.
I can do that, Your Honor, and request to be able to have a few minutes to go back to my office for the rest of my file.
Okay.
To
all right.
in for Zoom from there.
All right. So, Mr. Fent, why don't you come to the window? My staff will make a copy of those recent pay stubs they've got. And then Ms. Works can go back to her office, and then she'll zoom in. And if the parties can confer with Mr. Walker, at least give it in an hour, maybe we can make some progress this afternoon since everyone's present.
Okay, sounds good.
So we're going to send you back down to Mr. Thank you, Ms. Walker, for being available. And Ms. Worka, she's just down the block. So she's a quick walker. Thank you, Ms. Worka. Thank you, Mr. Jocks. Make it work. We'll get pay stubs for you.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Walker, do you know at one point in time the court did order that the issue of child support be referred to front of the court? I don't know if that's you need financial information.
Your Honor, that referral was completed. At the time, we did not have current pay stubs from Mr. Fent. The front of the court did use what's called the data warehouse or business objects to get an income from him. I'm not, I don't know if that's current now or not.
Okay, we'll have Ms. Worka, maybe if she'd be kind enough to just drop off a copy of these on her way out of the courthouse for your information, Mr. Walker.
Okay.
Do you want those dropped up at the front desk or on your side?
I can just step out into the hallway and I can get them from her.
All right. She'll be down shortly and she'll have an extra copy for you to take a look at while you're talking to parties.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Worka. All right, we'll talk about it shortly.